Yeah, you were saying something.
Where you place your feet.
Where I place my feet and how I place. Can I say that as well?
Yeah.
How I place my feet. Do you know how you got to place your feet? Yeah. So like this, if I place and start talking, will it be good? Or will I start talking like this? Will it be good?
One foot difference. Like your foot is going to be placed like this. Parallel.
Excellent. That is exactly what I was about to say. So in simple terms, how to stay position yourself on stage is simple. You all stand at attention at school, right?
Yeah.
Attention, standard T's and all these things. Attention is this, right? Now what you got to do is, this is attention. I'll move my any of the foot, whichever you're comfortable, of course, 90 degrees like this. Alright? This is the V, to form a proper V. Right? Come back on my toes and then come straight. This is the position that we maintain in order to help ourselves to keep our back straight, chest out and shoulders up. Right? Clear? Attention, 90, this. Now, does it really mean every time you come up on stage, I want you guys to do this? Not really. Not really. So this is helpful. With practice, it will become a part of your systems. Now, how is it that you come over here and then show so much of confidence when we give speeches? Because we come and practice regularly. Now, 3 times you're conscious, the 4th time it becomes a part of your system. Right? So that is exactly what I say. Even today when I stand like this is what I stand. I will not stand like this, I will not stand like this, I will not stand like this. Right? That is what your posture is all about. That helps you to maintain a straight back and upright chest and shoulder. That is possible. Number 2 is positioning on stage. Now, you can teach me very well. What comes to your mind when I say positioning on stage? Where I stand, what I do. The way I stand, I agree. How much I pace around, how much you move back and forth. Stage positioning. Excellent. Now, what do we really love about speaking? Do you all love stories?
Yes.
Everyone loves stories. Now, what is the most common things in stories? We have, do we talk about only one person, or are there 2 people sometimes in the story? There may be 2 people as well. So, how do I position 2 people on stage? So, I mean to say, I place Diya over here, and I place Arjun over here on stage. Is that really okay? Yes, she's eager to tell me. Yes.
I don't actually know if it's right. But
Doesn't matter, there's nothing right or wrong. What you say is right, that's it.
you make both of them. The way I done it, I bring in a place the way it's like I'm listening to that too. The second part, the second step when you need to stand properly, that way, because that way you can be in the seat this way and that way.
Alright, fair enough. That's the stance part of it you meant to say. I agree. Now, when I pick 2 characters in a story,
Yeah.
how do I do that?
I think they should be positioned the way they can see all around them.
Now, what is it? Okay, please be seated. Give her a round of applause, please. Now, what is important when it comes to depicting 2 different characters in a story is what is the purpose of the characters, what they're trying to do. Now, there is a conversation that is happening between the 2 characters in the story. Yes. When I'm saying something, my dad is saying something, I would place my dad here, I would stand over here. Different characters are there. Now, when I'm talking to my dad, do I see you, the audience? Is it important? Why? I'm talking to my dad is talking to me. Doesn't really matter, whoever stays in front of me, right? So now, when I'm building a conversation, I am in that character because I'm trying to create a picture in your minds. Right? So that is exactly what we need to do. When you have 2 different characters in a story, we have one character over here, the other character over here. That doesn't mean that you place 2 characters at 2 distinct parts of the stage, but right next to each other. Just a simple shift can talk about the different character that you're trying to tell. A simple shift. A simple shift means I'm not saying that I'm like this and my dad is like this. Now, when I'm like this and if I'm talking, I'm facing this side of the audience and I'm completely ignoring this side. But when I'm this way as well, I'm facing this side, I'm completely ignoring this side. Now, a simple way to correct that would be a 45 degree. So that most part of my torso is what is visible to most part of the audience itself, although I'm having a conversation with the other person in my story. A simple shift in the 45 degree angle makes a huge difference because you're trying to create a picture in your audience. Clear? Now, whatever is there, a lot of people would say that people pace around the stage, you use different parts of the stage to communicate a point or things like that. Now, when it comes to using something called as a callback, do you know what callback is? Not really. Simple. Alright. Now, if I want to say that I made a point here at some point of the story, what would I do? I will point at that particular area. That means to say I'm using that particular episode as a callback. So when I say that I walked up onto the stage and Diya was standing there, Diya was standing there. So I'm pointing that and I'm using that as a callback to make something. Right? These are two places where we can use positioning on stage. Now what are the 2 points that we actually covered? First one is posture. So what is important in posture? Feet and shoulder back. Fair enough. And then chest, yes. Positioning of the feet. Fair enough. And second one? Positioning yourself on stage. And what does positioning talk about? Character placement and callback. You have anything that comes to your mind that you want to ask me with respect to these 2 things? Am I confused you more? Made myself clear?
Yes.
Are you saying it as a formality? Yes. Not really. Excellent. So this is something that I wanted to share 2 simple points with respect to posture and positioning yourself when it comes to body language. And when it allows us, it gives us the freedom to express ourselves on stage. And when we express ourselves on stage, we're trying to impress everyone in the audience. And having said that, I would want to thank Sandhya for giving me this opportunity. I happened to come here to meet Toastmasters over here this afternoon, and she just picked me the next second. She got to know about it, and I want to talk over here as well. And having said that, it's really a wonderful opportunity that is given to me. I feel so that I can learn so many things from you. Unfortunately, because of time constraint, I need to get to the other part of Bangalore, that is almost Mysore. It takes 1.5 hours to go there. So it takes a lot of time. So I want to leave immediately. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to have a session or my small talk before your meeting started. Thank you so much, and all the very best. I will somehow make it to one of the meetings and would enjoy the entire meeting for sure. Thank you so much. Yes.
What about the hand gesture? You don't actually do hand, right?
Hand gestures. Alright, now any gesture as a matter of fact. Okay. What happens, what is important is to welcome the audience. Now, how do you go to hug a person? With open arms. The open gesture always welcomes love. Open gesture always welcomes love from your audiences. So when I use a gesture like this, if I'm saying like this, would you really be keen on listening to me? What the hell is he talking? That's what you would be thinking, although you might not say that. Like, this guy is mad. If I'm coming and talking like this, would you really like it? Not really. But if I'm like this, I'm trying to express myself. I'm trying to be myself on stage. That means I'm welcoming the audience into my world and to experience what I just experienced. And that's what it is. Okay? So open gestures always help. So gestures just comes primarily with your hand. Now what you got to do is have it not palm face down like this. That means to say I'm trying to dominate you. Now like listen, you got to listen to me now. That is domination. Listen to me now. You're welcome. Would you please listen to me? You're welcome. So that matters. So an open gesture with palm facing upward always helps when it comes to any hand gestures. Now second point that reminds me is if I'm signaling numbers, if I'm signaling number of stories, if I'm signaling number of characters, number of lessons, what would I do? I'll not say I learned 2 lessons today. I learned 2 lessons today. Number 1, number 2. Always outside of the frame of your torso and above your waist level is always useful because people sitting over there can see if it's a flat stage or a flat hall. And at the same point in time, it creates this picture outside of your own body's image. These are the two reasons why this thing is used. And I think that is pretty much it which I wanted to cover. Any other thing that you want to come up with? Yes?
What about eye contact?
Eye contact. Okay, your question was?
When you said person of two people, what if it's one person talking about two characters? Like, say I have to talk about me and my father having a conversation. So how do I do that?
Same thing. Same thing. Two characters is identified as two different people. Even though you are only talking, even though it is only you talking, you identify it as two different people. That's how you create an image in the minds of the audience. To answer your question with respect to eye contact, now eye contact people say different things in different ways. Okay? Now what is my thing is, you have to brush through the entire audience. Now in the entire last 5 to 10 minutes whichever I'm going to speak, have you felt I have not spoken to you in the last 10 minutes? So that my job is done. Now when we talk about eye contact, you start from one side of the audience, draw an invisible Z or an N or an S or whichever letter in the alphabet you like. So basically you cover the entire audience. So I start from here and then go till that person there. I start from him and then come back to here. I go like this all the way, come over here and come over here. So I draw an invisible letter from the alphabet, S or a Z or an N or anything as a matter of fact, which is continuous. It helps him. So at the same point in time, when I talk about eye contact, I'm not saying that, hi Diya, how are you? It's not, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. At the same point in time, look to one and speak to all. That's what is important. When you're making a point, you point at a particular person, and then you have involved the entire audience. Clear? Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
What is the narrating us to
Yes.
characters are when already the conversation is going on, but the narrating is what are they expecting?
See, when it comes to a story, what I would personally do is I will avoid he said, she said kind of a statement that comes in. I will directly get into the character and then say it. If I say something and my dad says something, I said, no dad, it is not possible. You have to do this. I said, no dad, it is not possible. He said, no, you have to do this. You see the difference? But I'm shifting the character and he used to say that I am me when I said, no dad, I cannot do this. When I shift over here, and my dad is actually talking to me there. So that he said, she said, part of it is solved. Now, after you finish the dialogue, you move out of the frame and then come and tell me what exactly you narrated. What is that particular story about? That is the callback. That is the callback. That day when my dad said that you have to do this, I hesitated. But today, when I did that same thing, it has helped me to build what I am today. Make sense? So I use that as a callback, that story. At the same point in time, I've narrated a story. At the same point in time, I've read a poem. Fair enough? Alright. You all like it?
Yes.
Excellent. One last activity which I want to conclude with. I want all of you to stand up again.